Okay. Hi, I'm Joel Perez, and the poem I'm gonna be reading to you guys is called La Belle Dame Sans Merci. Okay, here it goes. Oh, what can ail thee, knight at arms, alone and palely loitering? The sedge has withered from the lake, and no birds sing. Oh, what can ail thee, knight at arms, so haggard and so woe begone? The squirrel's granary is full, and the harvest done. I see a lily on thy brow, with anguish moist and fever dew, and on thy cheeks a fading rose, fast withereth too. I met a lady in the meads, full beautiful, a fairy's child. Her hair was long, her foot was light, and her eyes were wild. I made a garland for her head, and bracelets too, and fragrant zone. She looked at me as she did love, and made sweet moan. I set her on my pacing steed, and nothing else saw all day long, for sidelong would she bend and sing a fairy's song. She found me roots of relish sweet, and honey wild and manna dew, and sure in language strange she said, I love thee true. She took me to her elfin grot, and there she wept and sighed full sore, and there I shut her wild, wild eyes with kisses for. And there she lulled me asleep, and there I dreamt, ah, woe betide, the latest dream I ever dreamed on the cold hillside. I saw pale kings and princess too, pale warriors, death pale were they all. They cried, La Belle Dame Sans Merci hath thee in thrall. I saw their starved lips in the gloam, with horrid warning gaped wide, and I awoke and found me here on the cold hillside. And this is why I sojourn here, alone and palely loitering, though the sedge is withered from the lake, and no birds sing. So, before I even began to read this poem, the first thing I did was to translate the title, which translates more or less to A Beautiful Woman Without Mercy. And this poem summary starts off with a random stranger walking, and he sees a knight in an area where there's really nothing going on. It says, the sedge has withered from the lake, and no birds sing. It says, the squirrel's granary is full, and the harvest done. So, there's really no reason for him to be there. The next part is the knight answering to the random stranger. It says, I see a lily on thy brow with anguish moist and fever dew, and on thy cheeks a fading rose fast withereth too. I met a lady in the meads, full beautiful, a fairy's child. So he's talking about this woman out there, and he kind of flirts with her, and she responds positively. It says, I made a garland for her head, and bracelets too, and fragrant zone. She looked at me as she did love, and made sweet moan. So she responded positively to what he was doing for her. So next part of the poem is him actually falling for her. It says, I set her on my pacing steed, and nothing else all day long, for sidelong would she bend and sing a fairy song. She found me roots of relish sweet, and honey wild and manna dew, and sure in language strange she said, I love thee true. So this back and forth is coming out positively. They've got this bond going. So eventually she takes him to her kind of cave. It says, she took me to her elfin grot. And as she takes him there, I guess she's kind of sad for some reason, and she goes into this role. And there she wept and sighed full sore, and I shut her eyes with kisses for. So he kissed her. And there she lulled me asleep, and there I dreamed, oh woe betide, the latest dream I ever dreamed on the cold hillside. I think this is the most important part of the poem, is him falling asleep, that he made her fall asleep. And what he dreams isn't nothing positive. He says, I saw pale kings and princess too, pale warriors, death pale were they all. They cried, La Belle Dame Sans Merci hath thee in thrall. I saw their starved lips in the gloam, with horrid warning gaped wide, and I awoke and found me here on the cold hillside. So in this dream, he sees these kings, he gets these warnings of this girl breaking people's hearts, actually might be killing them. Doesn't really tell you. Death pale were they all. And at the end of the day, he wakes up and she's gone. And that's the reason why he's all alone, he says. And this is why I sojourn here alone and palely loitering, though the sedge is withered from the lake and no birds sing. So he was out there for no reason. And ultimately, I think what the poem was trying to tell you, or what the poet was trying to, express, was the fact that when we fall in love, we become vulnerable to, heartbreak and to, bad feelings, that it's not always going to be beautiful and this and that. Overall, I did enjoy this poem a lot because it's very easy on the ears. It's a sonnet and just rhymes and it flows and it's just good and I like the meaning of it. So, yeah, thank you.